Hello everybody and welcome back to my Idleon free-to-play series. So starting off, I decided that I'm going to use or start using my time candy, especially to get to World 5 as soon as possible. Right here we ended up getting the Gilded Axe stamp and I'm just leveling up. It's base damage, which is really good. It'll be better it'll be better later on, and we just ended up buying a bribe as well. So yeah, as you can see from the first clip to this one, I already used quite a few 1 hour time candies. I'm starting off with them because they're kind of, the biggest pain to use, as well as these tenacity rings. I already bought them and I upgraded them on a warrior so I could get the strength bonus, so I can get accuracy on my Beastmaster. Right here, I also decided that I wanted to start unlocking the Equinox as well as the Rift later on, just so I don't have to do it later. It's not like I can really do them at this point, but it's nice to just unlock them, get them out of the way, so later on when I can actually start doing them, I have them unlocked and ready to go. So right here, just doing tasks and showing off the achievement briefly. I do eventually max this first one out, but I can't really, like I said, I can't really do any of the dreams right now. Definitely don't have any green stacks of any item in my bank yet. I think the first dream that I'll be able to do is probably get like level 100 on all my characters, so that'll probably be the first one that I do. So right here we're just doing a little bit of pet arena. I believe I achieve a new, bonus. I think I end up getting the total damage 1.2, I think it's multiplied or something, I'm not really sure. This is just mostly to show the team I'm using and, what their score is, just for, archival purposes, just to kind of look back and see, how I did it, I guess. So we ended up getting to round 10. Yeah, and we got the 1.2 times total damage, which is pretty nice. And I also unlocked the VIP library, I guess. I don't know if I showed that in the last episode or if it's this one. So while using time candies, I will kind of show off the unique drops. I ended up getting that storage chest and the saw stamp, which is just construction experience. Also, if you look, I'm down from like 500 time candies to 350, I think. And like I said earlier, I ended up doing the Rippers quest to get into the Rift. I think the hardest part about that was just getting the lost batteries from the TVs. I think you needed like 5 of them, and they weren't really dropping for me. You do get some gem envelopes and I believe some cosmic candies, and as well as some phone cases. I don't really get lucky here, so that's kind of a bummer, but it's whatever. As you notice, I have the Blackened Heart stamp as well as the It's a Boy fishing line. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I'm sure I have a clip turning all that stuff in. Maybe not the fishing line, but definitely the stamp. That fishing line's not too bad though. I think I'm using it currently. So the loot right here, it's nothing too special. But yeah, as I said before, it's kind of just good to get this unlocked. I'm pretty sure I could do this first one. I think you need to get like drops within 60 minutes, like 3 drops. I don't really know what the recommended drop rarity or drop rate you should have is, but I'm pretty sure I could do it. My damage isn't too bad, but I don't really care for the first Rift reward thing, the trapper one, because I've been kind of babysitting my traps anyways, so it doesn't really matter right now. This is just another weekly, or a random boss. I didn't really get anything there as well. I ended up buying the sigil stamp with all the money I've been getting from using my time candies, so that'll help when I actually start really grinding out sigils. And there's the black heart stamp. Yeah. I'm not really sure if I finished using my 4-hour time candy right here. I noticed it's not in my inventory anymore. I can't remember. I think I put it away and just took out the 2 hours though. I think I did the math on all my time candy that I had when I returned. I think I had around 3,500 hours, so 3,500 hours worth of candy. Yeah, so I ended up getting to the troll boss. Didn't take too much. I thought it was going to take a lot more. And I was pretty thankful for that because I do end up using a lot of my time candy to unlock a lot of the elite classes, as well as level up my Maestro, which I will be getting in this episode at the end. This fight kind of sucks though. So it's a very RNG heavy fight, and there's a lot of, I guess, little mini games that I can't actually complete. It just depends though. Basically I had to just sit here when I got my attacks in. I would just have to sit here and do my piercing arrow because it was like my best single target damage. So yeah, it was a little boring, but finally got it done. I think it took me around 20 minutes though. But as of right now, it didn't really matter because I just needed to kill it once to get the gem. And look at that, we're already getting to World 5, back-to-back episodes. So my thinking and my premise here is that the sooner I unlock these worlds, the sooner I can start doing these new skills. Especially sailing, those artifacts are going to come in pretty handy. That is, if I get lucky enough to get some of them. Yeah, it's just, you know, I wanted to get divination going as well, or divinity, or whatever you want to call it, to try and basically unlock the second god, so I can basically not have to sit in the lab all day with all my characters. Granted, they won't level, but I just mostly want like the portal bonus right now, and like the no bubble left behind, and some of the damage and whatnot. So right here I just ended up getting that secret achievement. I think you just had to walk behind the mole or something, like stand behind him. And I end up buying the refinery stamp, which is pretty good. I think the World 5 shop is kind of the worst shop in the game, behind the fishing shop. I mean, it's pretty basic, there's nothing really special in it other than the stamp, and that's about it, which is kind of lame. It's basically just food and upgrade stones. Like, I don't even think there's like a bag upgrade or anything like that. So yeah, there's the slab. Just showing off a little bit of sailing. Oh, right here, I ended up getting the Rubik's Cube and the Moai head. The early artifacts are pretty easy to find. I think they're like 30% per chest or something like that. And basically right now I've just been using all of my time skip items as I get them, just to kind of get the early progression going for sailing and gaming. Basically the quicker and the sooner I get to like chem looping, the better. Because I never really did it on my main account. I did it a couple times, but it wasn't It wasn't like, I haven't really gone like ham or anything on it. So right there I ended up getting the cat, which is like more money. The cat artifact. So I got those first 3 pretty quick. And like I said, I'm using time skip items, so it's just like, you know, I'm getting a lot more chests than I normally would. I'm just showing off some of the mutations I've unlocked and whatnot, and my logbook. Probably won't go too in depth on showing that for the early goings at least. Right here ended up getting more refinery cycle speed, so that's always nice. Trying to cut that down as much as possible. So we made it to World 5, and we still have a fair bit of time candy left. I think I do try to like make it to World 6, but my armor and damage is just kind of too low. Which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. So right here ended up doing some Smoldering Plateau tasks. And I believe I spend most of them on the loot piles. I think that's kind of like early on, I think it's the most important thing, just because I don't have Siegebreaker unlocked yet, so I can't like basically I can't just stack loot piles where it just kind of keeps it's basically like you waste your treasure chests if you don't have that talent unlocked, so I just thought it was kind of the best option right now. So right here I think it's like a new day, which is why I got like the bauble pop-ups and stuff, and I ended up just doing some Divinity on him. It takes me forever to get the first Divinity, the snake. I think it took me like a couple days, like 3 or 4 days, and eventually I put everybody on the altar, and it still takes me like forever. Right here I ended up getting the nutrient upgrade for the automation arm, which is super good, and that's kind of why I thought maybe I could get to World 6. Just because my food would be like refilling every time, but the amount of defense you kind of need in World 5. Sorry about that, that was my dog barking in the backyard. Basically you need a lot of defense for World 5. Like by the time you get almost halfway through it, you need like at least 20k to get no hit. And I'm definitely nowhere near that. I mean, I think I would probably need like 5 or 6k at least in order to get through most of World 5. And I think as of right now I'm rocking maybe like 1300. So yeah, it's gonna take a while. Right here, here's another random boss. And another companion role for the week. I think I get another multi here. I think multis are probably the most common pet I've rolled on all my accounts. I think I've rolled probably close to 100 times maybe, and I think I've rolled maybe like half of those multis, which is kind of crazy. So it's basically not useful for me because I already had one, which is sad, but I'm still trying to get that RAM. I think that's one of the most important ones for right now for me, especially as a free-to-play. Right here I ended up making my Void Bow, which is basically my best in slot for quite a while. I don't know, or I guess it's called a Black Hole Bow, not Void Bow. But I'm basically not going to get the new anvil for quite a while, so right here I ended up doing some of these radioactive mushroom spore things. They were a lot easier. They were definitely easier than the dilapidated slush. They didn't really hit me that hard. I don't remember what defense I had back then, but like you know, the slush one-shot me for like 8k, so But yeah, those mushrooms didn't really... I think it's because the slush don't move, they just stand there. So they hit really hard, but the mushrooms kind of move around and stuff. So right here we ended up getting the Maxo Slapo stamp, which is just more strength. Very nice. I'm not too sure if I buy the boost carry capacity here. I don't, so... right here I'm just saving up for the last egg slot. And right here I was just kind of showing off that my Divinity is like -4. I'm not really sure what that is. It kind of fixes itself later on after the new patch. Right here I ended up buying the souped up tube. Or I didn't record it, but I don't know why I didn't, but I ended up buying one of them. I think one of them will be enough for a while. And I did the snake jar stuff, I did the Bandit Bob stuff. Not really showing the quest, just kind of showing the tokens. But yeah, back to the Divinity thing. It gets weird, like it resets back to 0, like after the patch. But it doesn't actually accumulate or whatever. But when I finally put everybody on the altars or whatever, it like fixes itself or something. So right here I ended up doing Chaotic Amarok. I believe it was for the task. I think I'm doing a bunch of World 1 boss tasks right now. So yeah, it was pretty easy. I think as of right now I could definitely do the one where you have to do it on like the first 6 characters, but I've been kind of lazy. It's the same concept with... Also, I'm really sorry about the noise in the background. There's like a train going through my town like every 5 minutes, so it's really hard to like record this stuff when I'm having to like stop and go and stop and go. But as I was saying about like being lazy, that's the reason why I haven't done the naked knuckle stuff. I'm slowly but surely getting that done. I think I have like 2 or 3 right now out of the 5 for Baba Yaga, so... As of recording this voiceover, I don't unlock the pendant because I don't think it's that good for me right now. Actually, I don't think it's good at all, really. Right here, I ended up getting the dance party thing for World 4. I kind of just like teleported here and people were dancing, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll just hurry up and get it. So that was pretty cool. Did the carpet one, the carpet quest stuff, and got my inventory H bag. Ended up getting the peanuts and the Cowboy Jones token, as well as the recipes for the, I guess, like title for the Yum Yum Desert title. So we'll eventually do that, I'm sure, but not anytime soon, I don't think. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it within the next week or 2, I don't know. Right here, I wanted to show off that I finally can buy 2 silver antiques now instead of just 1 per day, so that's really cool. I think I unlocked that when I unlocked World 5, because when you unlock World 5, I believe the reward is like more shop capacity, so I think that's what ultimately unlocked that. So right here I ended up unlocking the Shimmer Island thing. I'm not going to go too crazy on trying to get as many fairies as possible every week, but, you know, getting, you know, a couple fairies per week can really bolster my damage and skill efficiency, so it's, you know, kind of useful. Right here I ended up doing the jewel repository. Accidentally wasted one of the things because I had 8 in my inventory and it used all of them. Not that I'll be using, or not that I'm going to be able to, you know, buy any of that, but anytime soon. Right here ended up doing the Daisy quest line, so I ended up getting that token as well. And like I said earlier, I didn't even realize I had gotten the VIP library part unlocked, so just kind of bought one of each. Didn't really care what the levels were, because it's not like I have too many star talent points to use anyways. And right here I am finally unlocking my Maestro, which was pretty quick. I ended up having to use like some more balloons and maybe a little time candy for some of my skills because I forgot like the World 1 skills or whatever needed to be a little bit higher, but it wasn't too bad. So yeah, I think one of the things that I'm going to be trying to go for as well is probably the Voidwalker. I need to also get this character to 150, as well as get around a million kills per monster for all the maps basically from World 1 to World 3, which is probably going to take the longest time. But one of the main reasons why I unlocked Maestro right now is because of the sampling talent thing, ability. That's going to be pretty good. I ended up using all my holy pearls on my Maestro as well because it's kind of a pain to level. I believe I ended up getting around 20 levels here, which is pretty nice. One of the other requirements for getting Voidwalker is to beat Chizor on, I believe, chaotic difficulty with your Voidwalker, or with your Maestro, which I think as of right now I have around 300k damage. I think it's possible. It's not that too hard of a boss, and so long as I don't get one shot by things, I think I'll be fine. It'll just probably take a while, and basically these are all the candies I have left. I used most of the higher ones, and I'm doing the cosmics right now. I switch from the Deodated Rams to the Sugmas, and I go back and forth kinda, because they're about the same amount of experience. I was just doing the Rams because, like I said, I need a mill kills on all these, and the Rams and the Bloodbones are gonna take kind of like the longest time, so I thought I would just start right now, even though they, get wiped from your death note. It doesn't really matter because, this is still kind of a fresh account, really. So, a mill's not really that much in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's a long one. But yeah, we're making gains, we're making progress. I will see you in the next one. Take care.